There's an interesting, not too complex, um, what would we call it? Let's call it a conjunction going on, a meeting of two different, let's call them paradigms or ideas. Paradigms is a good idea for the word here. Um, the two are that that males, human males, have decided a long time ago that they're going to get their news from other sources other than corporate America. Um, at first, we thought it was simply there. A lot of them are moving to quote right wing news, but we also know now that they're just trying to seek the truth, and they're probably most of them left Fox News as well. And they're doing that because they can't get unbiased and uncensored news from the American corporate media, the legacy media, the access media, and they can't get it from any other sources. So now their habit now is to get it from there. Their other habit that they've been nurturing over the last few years is their entertainment. Um, a lot from video games, a lot less from streaming, a lot less from film. Um, and so the interesting thing about that is that the uh, the film industry has basically been completely flooded with a lot of let's call it DEI stuff, for a lack of woke stuff, for a lack of a better term. That means that a lot of the films and a lot of the series lack the intensity they used to have. Um, they lack the depth. They're more about female characters. They're less. They're more about all of that woke stuff. The female heroine, the heroine. Well, however you say that. The female supergirl, superwoman. We don't need no man stuff, and they're filled with a lot of that. And men, being making up probably two-thirds of the entertainment viewers and the game players, 80% or 90%, and the news watchers certainly more than women. Women socialize more, nose to nose, cheek to cheek with other women than they do alone in with a device like men do. So what that's going to do is further accelerate the ruination of the entertainment business as a whole, stardom as we called it in the culture for the last over 100 years that we've had movie stars, etc. A lot of that's going to go away. It's going to attenuate. It's going to lessen. Lesson and Lessen. It's going to do both. Teach us a lesson and also be less influential and less prominent in entertainment and information sectors of the estate of the world. And so I think it's kind of interesting that that's being accelerated by the fact that a lot of the people that are still stuck in the corporate world or were inserted there in the last 5 to 10 years, you remember they had a big drive for diversity, equality, and inclusion. And what they really ended up with was, I think, white women got 75% of the advantages from all of that philosophy. So they hired more writers, more directors, more managers, coincidentally, or happily for the women. Most of them turned out to be white women. So they got the advantages from this so called new affirmative action program that we have in corporate America, started by Larry Finch. No, Larry Fink, great name, and his ilk. Um, no, I'm not saying it's a Jewish plot or anything like that. And I'll leave that one alone, okay? But I will say that I think it's really interesting how the whole thing is coming about, that we're um, we're going to be in a different era now. Now, whether or not they impeach Trump, I don't think they will probably impeach him. But of course, the Senate's not going to convict him because you're required. I just looked it up. They're going to need 67 senators, and half of them are more crooked than Trump is. So, plus that they're all flooded with Israeli money anyway. Both the House and the Senate. They're never going to impeach this guy. They're never going to convict this guy. They will indict him. They will bring charges, and they may have a trial. But like Clinton and Trump before him or after him, that's not going to be successful, unfortunately. So I don't know what's going to happen to this war in Iran that we currently created to keep Bibi Netanyahu happy. I don't know what's going to happen with that, but the Iranians have been setting this up for years. They've been planning it, and we're too stupid to plan for more than a year about what we're doing and why we're doing it. And of course, Trump needed this whole thing to distract from, you know who, the Jeffrey Epstein crowd, distract from all of that. And he's doing his best to respond to the blackmail that he has been threatened with by Netanyahu and his gang of thugs as best he can. So I don't know what we're going to do in this whole thing with them destroying the world's economy. I don't know what to do with the stock market. I don't know what to advise you to do. I think buying oil pipeline stocks would be a good idea now. Baker's Hughes and the other people who maintain them and contract to build them and plan them throughout the world. There's a Russian company, but I would, of course, not trust them at all. In any case, that's where we're going. Yeah, I do suggest oil pipeline stocks, energy stocks like uranium, stuff like that. But again, the whole idea and the whole message behind this little, hopefully less than 10-minute rant that I'm having is to tell you and to notify you that things are not going to get better in the entertainment business. Now you'll even see, if you notice the marquees or the little images of people on your platform, whether it's HBO or Disney or Apple, or what do I have? I have Prime, Apple, HBO, Netflix. You'll notice if you flip through the titles and the images there that they're more than 80% women that are leading up these programs in terms of the stardom, the plots, probably the management as well. So men normally don't. Those tend to be more milk toasty, more bland kinds of themes, or their rom-coms, or their messaging ones where nobody needs men, or all of that stuff. So there's going to be less action, less intrigue, less hard-nosed noir type stuff, and that's going to be really, really boring for most men. So they're not going to watch it. And of course, the boys are even further away from it. So they're developing habits way outside the television world for their entertainment. And anyway, just thought you ought to know. I'm going to sign off now at about 9 minutes in. Hope that you found this little thing interesting. I don't know who's out there listening to me. Frankly, I don't care. I really do this for my own benefit. And if you're listening, that's great. I hope I've informed you in some ways or made you interested in the subject matter. Like old people throughout tradition, I've taken the position that we're all going to hell in a handbasket because things aren't like they used to be. Well, actually, there's a lot out there that's great and brand new and wonderful, but we're not using it properly. And I'm not too frustrated about that. As George Carlin once said, there's a big club out there that makes all the decisions, and you ain't in it. Goodbye. Think about it. 10 minutes in. Thanks for listening and watching, I guess.